I have built a system that will print you B2B leads in your sleep. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to create an automated system to generate infinite leads without you touching it. This system, when implemented, can give you a list of 100,000 quality leads on autopilot so that you don't have to go to 50 different softwares and manually scrape a lead list. So there are a few tenets that you need to automate in order to create a fully automated outbound campaign that you don't have to touch in order to get leads. All of these methods in some way tie into a tool called Clay. Clay is an enrichment tool that allows you to find more data on people, import data from other sources, and send out those emails eventually through an email sending tool. Kind of works as a spreadsheet in a way. All you have to do is import a CSV of some data, and you can use enrichments to find information on people or companies. So this could be where they worked, this can be their emails, it could be the revenue of their company, it could be how long they've been in their job. Super powerful tool, and I'm going to show you how these flows work and how it's kind of the catalyst for you sending these personalized outbound campaigns automatically. We're going to go back to the beginning of the process. The first thing you have to do is find leads that are going to automatically import to a Clay table to then reach out to. The easiest way to find leads is to just import a CSV from Apollo or Ocean.io or ZoomInfo or even Clay, but that's not going to do it continuously. Once you're done reaching out to that list of 5,000 people or whatever, you're going to have to reload it with more people. I don't want you to do anything. My goal is to make a table in this video that you don't have to touch one time, that it can just run forever without you having to do anything. So I found two technologies that I think do this best. First one is b2b. b2b is a tool that allows you to de-anonymize your website visitors. You can find who visited your website, and you can connect it automatically to Clay and import it into a Clay table very easily. All you have to do is go to integrations and then go to Clay and just go ahead and create a new table, start from webhook, copy the webhook and throw it back into b2b, and you are good to go. Other than installing b2b into your website, which can be done via their instructions on the site, it's very easy to run, and you will automatically have website visitors import into a table. These are actually my website visitors from my agency's website that I imported into a table via b2b. I didn't even have to touch it. They automatically populated for me. Another tool you can use to import live data into a table is something called Appify. So Appify scrapes periodically a certain piece of data or a certain platform in order for you to get more and more data. For example, you can continuously scrape TikTok, Facebook posts, Instagram, job listings, pretty much anything you can imagine. Appify can scrape it. If you want to connect to Clay, it's very easy to. All you have to do is click Create New, Table, pull data from Appify Actor, connect your Appify account to Clay, and then select whatever actor you want, and you can go ahead and throw all that information into a Clay table, and it will update every single day automatically. There are 1,500 scrapers on Appify, so wherever you're trying to scrape leads, it could probably do it, and it can probably expedite that process for you by importing those leads into Clay. All right, so now that we've actually started importing our leads and I've shown you how to do so, I wanted to walk through enriching and personalizing outbound so we can actually send out emails to the people we've imported into our Clay table. As you can see here, I have b2b leads automatically importing into my table. I've got 88 website visitors just coming through very easily, automatically, which is perfect. However, I don't actually have any sort of personalization that I'm creating to actually message these people with, nor do I have any way of finding data on these people. The Clay has a series of what are called enrichments. These enrichments are able to find a series of data points on any person or company that you import into a Clay table. It could be employee count, e-com data, their company domain, how much money they make, how many employees they have. I mean, it pretty much is never ending. If it's publicly available online, you can probably find it with Clay. So what I wanted to do in this case was find whether the company was a B2B decision maker, because those are the only type of people I want to reach out to. Your website visitors vary a lot. Not everybody's going to be in your target audience. So I wanted to use OpenAI to figure out whether that's possible. I actually used their OpenAI integration, which you can access right here. And I asked it to tell me whether the company that I'm reaching out to is B2B and whether the person that I'm reaching out to is a decision maker. And I fed a little bit of information on what I think those criteria should be. And once it did that, it automatically ran it for the entire prompt, and we were able to figure out which people in this table were worth reaching out to. If we couldn't find their email from a tool like b2b, we use an integration to find them, and we populated those emails right here. Let me give you an example. With this part of the Clay table, I decided to scrape recent posts that the person had put up on LinkedIn. If it was able to find posts that were AI related using OpenAI, I was able to figure out which one was AI related, print out the text to that. Congrats on closing your first investment round. Congrats on the SmartCat templates launch. It was able to write a custom first line using AI based on the data we found in these posts. So for example, this is just the first line of the email, but the rest of the email might say, hey, congrats on closing your first investment round. Figured you might be interested with that new influx of money in investing in revenue generating systems such as cold email. And then you give them your offer. Now you actually have to send the emails themselves out. out. So there's a few tools that I'd recommend using for this. The first one is SmartLead. SmartLead is great for sending out emails at scale. You connect several different email accounts to send higher volume, and you can use the personalizations that we're creating in Clay very easily to sync it to SmartLead. The second is a tool called Log Growth Machine. It's actually the tool that I'm using in this table particularly. This is great for email and LinkedIn outbound, so I highly recommend giving it a try. And the third one is HeyReach, which is what I use for exclusively LinkedIn campaigns. These are all incredibly powerful tools, and I'd recommend figuring out which one works best for whatever channel you're planning to use. But in general, very highly recommend all of them. So here's an example of a SmartLead campaign. You can see that there are two channels here, LinkedIn, which are found right here, and then email, which are found right here. You can create flows that pretty much just say, hey, if I add a relation to you, which is connecting with you on LinkedIn, and you accept it, I'll send you a series of LinkedIn messages and then maybe a follow-up email to break up. And if not, maybe we can do a series of emails because you didn't accept my LinkedIn invite. The point being, you can create these flows in Log Growth Machine and have it automatically do all of this stuff for you. You just connect your LinkedIn account, you connect your email account, and it does all this automatically. And you can put into each one of these flows exactly the email you want to send out. And you can use variables such as the ones that we built in Clay and just throw them in there. And custom attribute 1 could be this first line that we inputted earlier. Congrats on the 1.5 million funding round. We can input that there and then write the rest of our email here. So something like, figured you might be interested in cold email. You can create these messages and personalize them to a much higher scale using tools like Log Growth Machine. You can actually connect Clay to Log Growth Machine as well. So you can see this add to campaign feature right here. Click edit column and add all of these different variables here. You can get their first name, last name, their LinkedIn profile, sync it all from Clay, send it straight to Log Growth Machine and have it automatically send. So you can kind of get the idea of what this is doing now. It's auto importing leads, auto enriching them, auto running a first line, and then sending it automatically to a tool like Log Growth Machine to send out to people and create subsequences to follow up with them as well. So if somebody responds to your email, you can create a subsequence in Log Growth Machine that says, hey, thanks for the response. Here's some more information about our product, or here's how to book a call, or hey, we saw you didn't like our outreach. We won't contact you again. That is a high level overview on how to automate all of your sales systems end to end. There's a lot of complexities with using those particular tools, and there are a lot of details that would be difficult to mention all in one video, but if you check out our channel, you can see a variety of videos that show you how to use each of these tools. If you want any of these set up for you, feel free to reach out. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and yeah, happy prospecting.